Hello everyone, my name is Cornelius. I am a physical therapist assistant at Baylor Physical Therapy, and today I want to show you guys 8 different exercises that you all can try out to help relieve your pain of the ankle and the foot that you may be experiencing. Now before I do demonstrate those exercises, I do want you all to keep in mind that we all have different diagnoses or conditions to our ankle or foot that we may need to be mindful for as far as restricting certain movements. If you don't obey those restrictions, you could potentially increase your injury or furthermore hurt yourself even more to reduce the process of being able to get back to being healthy again. So like I said, these are 8 different good exercises that you all can try out. Never hurts to see what is beneficial to you. Also keep in mind, just be well informed as far as the restrictions with your doctor and know what your limits are. Okay, so the first things first, we can start off with a good massage, the way that can kind of alleviate that cramping or any of that sort that may be going on with the foot here at the bottom, which is around this area. We call this a plantar surface. What you can do first is get a water bottle. In my case, this isn't completely frozen, but ideally you want this water bottle to be completely frozen because your objective of this exercise is to go ahead and simply numb your foot. And what you're gonna do is, once this bottle is completely numb, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this here. And you're gonna have this nice and flat on the floor, and you're gonna place the insecticide, and you're gonna simply just roll back and forth here. Now what you wanna do is continue to do this for essentially about a good 8 minutes. That's usually the recommended time until your ankle or your foot starts experiencing numbness or tingling. So you wanna keep rolling it back and forth. You really want to get a good massage to really get a good feel to those sensitive pressure points around your arch or even just the surface in general of your foot there. So rolling back and forth would definitely help out a lot. Especially when you have that cramping there. Also, if you experience that little bit of tightness or a little bit of pain when you wake up in the morning from your bed, and once you apply pressure in that foot, that it causes pain, this could be a good way to start off your day by numbing this down here. Okay? And let's see, and generally for those who also have any issues as far as swelling or any type of additional fluid around the foot or the ankle, this could be another great exercise that you all can incorporate into your daily time, as we are all stuck at home for the time being. We essentially call this exercise as ankle pumps. So simply all you're gonna do is just kind of let your foot hang out in the air, and you're gonna kind of point your toes to your shin or your nose, and then back down to the ground. So we call this ankle pumps. This is a great way to kind of promote blood circulation from your feet and bring it back up to your heart. Like some, especially geriatric patients, the blood circulation kind of has a little bit of weakness to the point that they're not really quite able to get that blood to pump back properly up to the heart. So we have to take that extra initiative to allow our physical demands to help out that heart pump and get the fluid back going by simply just pumping from down and up with our feet here. So this is what we call ankle pumps. Okay? Now another good exercise, if you're injured by any matter and that you're working on getting your mobility with your ankle, and just to also let you all know that there's 2 important joints of the ankle that contributes to 2 different planes of motion. We have our talocrural joint, which is simply the joint of our muscles, the joint of our bones here that kind of goes up and down. So we have dorsiflexion, which is bringing your toes up to your shin, and plantar flexion, which is bringing your toes down to the ground. So that is the responsibility of that joint, the talocrural. Now, you have another joint as well that's very important. It's called the subtalar joint, which is responsible going in and out, like so. So those are the two components that is very, very important for your ankle joint that you always want to keep intact. So if you're also limited in those certain motions, they can also contribute to further issues in the different parts of the bodies that, that your therapist or your doctor can even give you more information about. So now this next activity that I want you all to try out is going to be working more so for inversion. So you want to bring a widespread sheet towel like so, and you want to have the affected side that you want to work on to maintain the mobility, and we're going to do something that we call inversion curls. So simply you're going to keep your heels down onto the floor the whole time. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Okay, and then all you're going to do is your objective is to get that one side of the towel to come all the way over to here. So you're going to come like so, and then you're going to scoop the towel over. Come like so, scoop the towel over, and you're going to continue to do this until you reach the other end. And you can repeat this as well, to do it as many times as you feel like you need to, and in order to maintain the mobility. Come from here, coming over, and now notice how you want to always avoid having your knee to turn with your ankle. So you want to always keep your knee right on top here. Let your ankle do the rest of the work itself. Okay. All right. So that's one way, and then you could also do it via the other way. So like I told you guys, you have two different ways of that subtalar joint to work. You have the inversion and you have the eversion. So this will be the opposite way here as well. So you want to come and bring it all the way over to the other side. Okay, and then you're going to do the exact same thing, but obviously you would be doing it from the other way. So you come from here, keep the heel down, and you want to come all the way over and turn it in. And then we'll do that and repeat. Okay? And now another way that you can always use with your child, which as you can all see that the towel is a very essential tool that you all can use to incorporate. This would be a good way to help out strengthen your toes. We have toe extensors. Extensions is basically simply bringing our toes up. And then we have toe flexors, which is basically curling our toes in. So this would be a good exercise that we can use to strengthen our toe flexors. So simply, like also, we're gonna place our foot down onto the floor, onto the towel here, and then we're gonna simply try to grab it with our toes. So the exact same concept as before. You wanna try to get the other end of the towel to come to your feet here. So this is for enforcing your toe flexors to engage properly. And this can also be another good component to allow your arch to get some strength as well. If you're a person who has trouble with having an arch on your foot like myself, I'm a flat-feeted foot person. So this is a good component that I could apply to my daily living to strengthen my arch to get well. You will also do this and repeat there. And what you can also do to do like a general overall range of everything, you can easily do around the world here. So like so, keep your foot off hanging, and then you can kind of go in rotation. So this is a great component to use to utilize both joints in one, because you're targeting all planes, which is flexion, extension, inversion, and eversion, and all in one circular motion here. And what you want to do while you're doing this is be cautious of it and take your time through the motion. I don't want you to just go around and around like this. I want you to really try to get the full extension out of every plane possible here. Go nice and slow. Even if you're shaking in certain points, that is okay. That just means that you're limited and you just need to work on more and more of that mobility. Okay, so these are around the world here. Okay, so let's see. And I could also show you guys a very, very important stretch. This is a stretch for your calf muscle, which is here. We also have it known as the gastrocnemius, and there's another layer that's also incorporates with the gastrocnemius. It's called the soleus. So I'm going to flip the screen here, and I'm going to show you guys a great stretch that you can all incorporate if you feel like you have any tight calves, because this can also limit your range of motion in relation to dorsiflexion. Okay? So simply all you're going to do, I'm going to kind of move this over, just find you a wall, and from there, you're going to have the involved leg, which is going to be this one that I have rolled up here, and you're going to bring it back. So this is going to be a back stance, so this is going to be a lunge stance position. So you're going to be leaning against the wall here, and the front leg is going to be like so, and the back leg is going to be straight the whole time, because this is going to be important to stretch out your gastrocnemius. So I'm actually going to adjust it a little bit to an angle here, so that way you can get a better view. Okay, let's see if you guys can see. Okay, so from here, my involved leg is always in the back. It's going to be nice and straight. And yeah, it should be good there. So it's going to be nice and straight. You want to always make sure that the heel of the involved leg always maintains contact. If you don't maintain contact, then you're cheating the stretch per se. So from here, you're going to lean against it. And then from there, you want to put all of your weight on the strong leg, which is the one in the front here. So that's the one closest to the wall. You're going to lean forward, and then you can go ahead and get a good stretch right here. Maintaining the heel contact as always. And your stretching here is the gastrocnemius. Okay, so you usually hold this for about a good 60 seconds. You do this about 2 times. And you can always rotate, because both sides can always benefit. And if you want to stretch the soleus, you can simply just bend your knee, the involved knee, which is the back leg here. You just simply do this here, and the same component. You're going to lean forward, keep that heel, the contact on there, even despite the fact that your back knee is bent. Same thing. You want to hold that there for a good 60 seconds. Relax, and then do it again if you need to, if it feels like it's necessary. Okay, so those are simply a good 8 exercises that we can all try out. I know at this current time that being at home is not the best feeling, but let's utilize that time to the best of our abilities. You know, we can always have a way to get better. Okay, so try those out. We have the ice bottle massages. We have also the wall stretch, whether if our leg is straight or bent. We have ankle pumps. We have the toe curls, going strictly from going front and the back, and then we have the ones that go to the side. We have the around the world, and then last but not least, I'll show you guys one more for bonus. Just do some heel raises, which is what we call being on our toes. Okay, it's the exact same thing. You want to be close to a wall, standing nice and straight. I'll put my sleeves up here, and I'll go ahead and step on here. Okay, so from here, you're going to be close to a wall. Make sure that your feet are pointing straight ahead. And just like a calf raise, the exact same component, you're going to try to go as high as you can. It can be a good strengthening exercise to help reduce that stress of your foot as well. You want to come as high as you can. You don't want to go away from your big toe, because that would be considered cheating, because like most people, we kind of come up and go out to the side, which is not really ideal. You want to always maintain and focus on having all your weight on the first 2 toes, which is typically your big foot and the foot and the toe next door. Okay? So coming all the way up here, you want to hold this position here for a good 10 seconds, and then you're going to come down. Now, if this exercise is too much for you, then you can always do this exercise while seated. Okay? So simply just sitting down and then forcing all that motion and all that weight into the big toe and the toe next door. Okay? Like I said, try all those out. See what you guys think. Let us know what you think. Okay? Y'all enjoy.